Hey everyone, how are y'all doing? My name is Deborah and I'm here to give you my review of one and only. It's literally the one and the only. Like, when I first heard the name of this drama, actually, that they gave this drama, I was actually like, huh? Like, that is so far from what the book was named, and why is it named this? But after finishing all 24 episodes, I get it. I totally get it. You couldn't have given it a better name. So go ahead and grab your tea mugs and come along with me on this journey as we discuss one and only, a Chinese drama. Let's go. Okay, so this review is going to be extremely long, so I'm gonna cut it into parts, okay? There's gonna be hopefully one part that's gonna be spoiler free. I say hopefully because I'm gonna start by making my spoiler review, and if that doesn't work out that I make a non-spoiler review, you won't get a non-spoiler review. So it's gonna be hopefully a spoiler free and then 2 spoiler reviews, so it's gonna be cut into 3 parts. Alright, so this is a drama based on a book, One Life, One Incarnation, Beautiful Bones, written by Mobile Faber. Now, if you are not new to my channel, you know that Mobile Faber is literally one of my favorite authors. So you probably expected that I was really excited about this. Like, when I first read the book that it is based off on, I was really in love with it. And then when I heard it was getting a remake, I literally could not imagine who could play the characters. And then when our leads were announced, with the female lead being Bailu and the male lead being Jialun, I'm like, oh dang, I couldn't have chosen better leads. Like, this is like the perfect casting, and I am so glad they did not disappoint. So it's based on a story about... Okay, so Zhou Shangchen, played by male lead Ren Jialun, is Xiaonan Chen Wang, which is the junior prince of the southern skies, or the southern stars, and the Nanchen territory basically. And he is an accomplished general who is loyal to the country, and he is also the junior brother to the first emperor you're introduced to in the drama, who unfortunately dies like the first second you're introduced. Okay, not the first second, but the first like few minutes into the drama, that emperor dies, which basically starts everything that happens. But he is his junior brother, so he's equally a prince, and she is the niece and adopted daughter of the grand mentor slash tutor, and she is appointed as the crown princess as a deal between her uncle and the empress, whose son he helps sit on the throne. Now, to establish a relationship with Zhou Shangchen, the uncle asks Zhou Shangchen to accept his niece slash daughter as his disciple, and Zhou Shangchen accepts that the uncle asked him and makes she his 11th disciple. And so Zhou Shangchen also makes a vow to never marry or have kids, to help quench the fear of the court that he tried to overthrow the emperor. Unfortunately, as he and she get to know each other, they fall in love with each other, and she ends up getting a new family in her fellow disciple brothers and sisters. Now, when the nation's stability once more comes at risk, she is summoned to have her wedding, and he sets off to war. But with shadows hiding to betray and haunt them, can they really be happy? So this is their story, a story of love, pain, loyalty, betrayal, family, and so much more. That's what the drama is about, right? Now, on the book that it was based on, it was actually more of their second lifetime, which is what Forever and Ever, the next drama that the modern lifetime version of the drama is going to be based on. So it was based more on Forever and Ever storyline, and then it showed us the past, which we are watching with one and only, as more of a side story that had, like, as a whole, maybe like 3 or 4 full chapters, and the rest were just her memories when she'd remember certain things, and then she'd tell us when Zosha and Chen, our male lead, would do something. So that the book itself was mainly their like second lifetime with hints of their first lifetime, while with the drama they're showing us their past lifetime first and then showing us their present lifetime. So while the drama is showing us the past before showing us the future, which makes sense, like chronologically, that they're going about it that way. Let's start with the other stuff, like the minor stuff, not going into deep details. The OST. I really enjoyed the OST in this drama. I really loved the OST in this drama. I loved the costumes in this drama, like gorgeous. Like, I'll give you a minute, okay? I absolutely loved all the costumes. I really liked the styling in this drama, be it with a young Shi or with an older Shi. I really appreciated all the styling in this drama. I really loved the cinematography. Oh my goodness, it was so pretty. Especially anytime snow fell, it was just like gorgeousness all over the screen. Gorgeousness all over the screen. So I definitely enjoyed the cinematography. I did like the directing, except for one scene, which is the opening scene in the beginning where we're introduced to both characters on top of the roof. I didn't really like the style of like the camera walk on that scene, so that wasn't really like my favorite. That's the only scene that I'd say I really did not like the directing / camera walk in. However, I really loved the directing in this drama. The fight scenes were good, but the really good fight scene was like the last fight scene, like the battle of all battles, when Zhou Shenchang was fighting his last fight. That fight was insanely good, okay? So that was definitely my favorite fights amongst all the fights in this drama. I really appreciated the acting. Oh my freaking goodness. Bailu, for me, like, I've always loved Bailu as an actress, and she's always been like one of the actresses that I see as someone who can actually act. But after this drama, she became the standard for me. Like, she is the standard and stuff. Like, her acting was flawless, be it as a mute character or as a character who could finally speak. Like, she was so freaking good in her acting. It was insane, especially in the, like, when she lost her voice and when she's crying. The fact that you couldn't even hear her voice when she was crying to indicate that she was mute and stuff made the whole thing even more realistic and more painful and heart-wrenching and all that jazz. Like, it was just so freaking good. I absolutely adored it. Be it when she was demure to when she became more confident and bold in her love and her emotions. Like, they all slayed, okay? But she especially just made this drama everything for me. So I definitely have to give props to Bailu's acting. Jialun did what Jialun does. What I mean by what Jialun does is he brought his A game to the acting and stuff, so it was good. And he did a lot of expressions with his eyes. But one character that really showcased the acting for me, like that really went above and beyond, one character that had so much emotions embedded in them and did such a good job expressing was Shi's character, and Bailu delivered. She got the memo and she delivered the business, and I was here for every second of it. So I definitely loved it. Now, even the side characters were really good, like insanely good in their acting. The only character that I'd say I wasn't a fan of their acting was the Emperor, who was the nephew of Zhou Shenchang, like the first like emperor after the first emperor died. That tells you all you need to know about this drama. Like, you're like, wait, the first emperor of after the first, how many emperors were there? But yeah, the first emperor after the main emperor in the beginning died, like the nephew who was Zizen's son and stuff. His acting was a no for me. I'm sorry. Like, there were certain scenes where he'd emote and I'm like, I'm not sure what expression, like, are you trying to deceive us? Like, I'm not sure what you're trying to express here. Like, the acting needed work. So that is that and that. I really liked the side love stories, and it was cute. Like, they all had like cute side love stories that had me invested in their love. Apart from that, I like how it was shown that all the men, it was kind of sad, but I liked that it was shown that way, that all the men were held back from their love by their family. Like the three main men, and not adding the crown prince, that's just a whole different conversation. All the three main men like were held back from their love by their family, be it the crown prince, and by crown prince I mean the monk, be it the monk, be it Zhou Shanchen, or be it Shiyi's cousin. All our male leads were basically held back by their family. Now, something else I really like about this drama is how it has female empowerment, and that's something you see with like Mobile Fabal's books or Mobile Fabal's work screenplays. So I really did appreciate that. Like, we had female generals, we had Shi's mom who was the head of the clan. So just little deeds like that I really appreciated. Something else I loved about this drama was Shi's relationship with her cousin. I absolutely, like, in the book it was mentioned, but it wasn't like in depth. So to see it translated to the screen and just see the depth of their love, because I personally feel, apart from Zhou Shanchen, the only other person that loved Shi the most was her cousin. I'd say her cousin loved her even more than her mom. Like, that can be argued. Some people might say, the mom is no greater love than the mother and all that jazz. Personally, I feel like her cousin loved her most, and then her mom was the third. Okay, so Zhou Shancheng's character was a character that I really liked. He was just a really sad character. Like, it was sad how his whole life, all he has done, all he has wished for was for peace, for people to have a better life, for his family to be happy. Like, he has literally never sought after the throne. He was always loyal, yet his family was always suspicious of him. The court was always suspicious of him. They always made him make ridiculous vows that the poor dude did not need to make. They took away his loved ones from him, and at the end of the day led to what happened to him at the end of the day. So he was a really sad character. But what I did like was that at the end of it all, when it was all said and done, there were people who were willing to die for Zhou Shancheng. That showed him at least that he did not live his life in vain and stuff. So that was something that really touched me about Zhou Shancheng's character's storyline. I also liked how they showed us more of his humane side and how he has his funny, like, teasing, shy moments and all. So that was really cute to see, that I really enjoyed seeing, and just getting to know him as a person, as a character, was a joy to behold. So I really liked Zhou Shancheng, the character. Ren Jialun did such a great job of translating him to the screen as expected and stuff. So he was like literally the perfect Zhou Shancheng for me. Now, Shi's character was a character who was used as a pawn all her life. Like, literally the pawn, which was really sad. Like, both characters were just so sad in different ways, where one was a willing pawn for his family and then the other was an unwilling pawn for her family and stuff, that had no choice and was thrust into responsibilities she did not ask for. But it was really sad how for her also. She was a pawn for her family and ultimately led to how she ended. So she was also a really, really sad character, but I like how the drama gave her meat compared to the book past her in terms of how she was bold in the drama in One and Only, how she once even led an army. Like, she wasn't a useless female lead, she was extremely smart. She was a smart female lead. She was someone who did not just, like, she didn't just trust everyone. She knew when to forgive and let go and when to fight, and I really, really appreciated that about her. So she was a character that I really, really grew to love and grew to enjoy, while in the book, she of the past was more of a meek character. Like, the character that we saw in the beginning, how she was how she was kind of talked about throughout in the book as this meek, shy, withdrawn person. So we never really saw her blossom like she did in the drama. So that's something I really, really liked in the drama, how we saw her blossom from a meek character to a bold character to a determined character. So I really, really appreciated that. I also love the relationship between our male lead and our female lead, how you could see them gradually falling in love, caring for each other. Like, from the start, he treated her differently, how their fun moments, their funny moments were just a joy to behold, how he spoiled her, how he was always there for her and she was always there for him. What I really appreciated about this drama is there was no unnecessary misunderstanding. Like, no unnecessary misunderstanding, and I was so here for it. I loved how they understood each other, they understood each other's decisions, they respected each other's decisions, and even if they were not together, they knew where their hearts laid, and I really, really appreciated that about our leads. So I really appreciate, like, guys, you can make dramas without unnecessary misunderstandings to elongate the drama. So I really, really like that message with this drama. I like how they made me invested in the side characters. It's a drama that you go into and you really grow to love certain side characters and hate certain side characters. But I was invested overall, even just people who showed up for like 1 second. Okay, I'm exaggerating by saying 1 second. But for example, his friend, Mr. Juan and stuff, and the little kid that worked for him. There were people who I got invested in that I cared about. Like, they didn't stay for long, but I grew to love them and appreciate them. So I really, really like that about this drama, that they did a good job with the side characters. And that is something Mobile Fable knows how to do very well. Draw you in to really appreciate the side characters in the scripts that she writes, but also in the books she writes. But now we're talking about the script and drama, so in the script that she writes. Yes, endless possibilities with the monk story. So that is my opinion on the monk. I really loved his bromance with Amelie. Like, it was kind of insane how they just became friends, right? I would have even loved it more if they had shown us how they were enemies in the past and they were always fighting each other, and then suddenly they progressed to being friends. Like, if we had seen that whole dynamic, that would have made the relationship even better. But even though we didn't see it, it didn't lessen the fact that I really appreciated that Zhou Shengchen had someone he could relay his thoughts to, someone who really understood him, someone who was there for him and was ready to pick his sword back for him. Like, I respected that. Like, their relationship was, I didn't come into this drama expecting a bromance, but I am so glad they added that bromance. Also, I loved the sistermans in this drama. Like, apart from the bromance, the sistermans was amazing. I loved the relationship between the girls. I also loved how the person that she confessed to, like, verbally confessed to, like, I do like this person and stuff, and it's a confession to the person that's close to me, was her sister. I really, really, really did appreciate the relationship between the sisters. And by sisters, I mean the disciples, Zhou Shengchen's disciples. So what I'm looking forward to in Forever and Ever is seeing See, I mean, this is a stretch, but I wish we could see their names in the temple, like the name that was written in the temple. I want to see it in the future, but that will probably not happen. But I'm looking forward to just seeing a number of things that happened in the book in Forever and Ever that I won't talk about so I don't spoil it for you. But just mainly, I want to see how she translates the book to the drama, like what she changes, what she doesn't change, and if the change works for me. That's what I'm looking forward to for Forever and Ever. My favorite scenes was one when the mom came to visit her and reestablished the relationship. Like, I'm not saying it's my favorite in terms of I loved it, but I loved the script writing in there, in how the mom reestablished the relationship between she and her master. I really liked the writing in that scene before she dropped the bomb that she came to drop. So I like that scene. Another scene that I really like was when the monk said he was going to pick up his sword for Zoshan Chang. That, like, if they did not give him Zoshan Chang, he will pick up his sword. That scene was so freaking dope. Like, I was literally screaming in the middle of the night at like 3 a.m. / 4 a.m. in the middle of the night when I watched that scene. So that was another scene that I absolutely adored. I absolutely enjoyed this drama. It was such a joy to see it translated into the screen. Everyone did such a great job. Props, Mobile Fever, you did not let me down. I am so thankful about that. Like, oh my gosh, we need more authors writing their own scripts. But anyway, what did you all think? Did you like this drama? Did you dislike this drama? What are your thoughts and opinions? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to give this video a like. Don't forget to share, subscribe, and keep being the awesome, beautiful people you are. From me to you all, you know I've got nothing but love for you all. Stay awesome.